very bored, stuck indoors, so I thought I might do another guitar video. Totally different, this one, from the normal ones. I found a video on YouTube, quite an interesting video for someone like me. When I was a kid, I used to be a bit of a Richie Blackmore fan, and I found someone had uploaded a video where they'd isolated Blackmore's guitar sound on Machine Head for I can't think of the name of it, Highway Star, and it was quite weird listening to it. I was never completely. I never liked the version on Highway Star. I always used to like the live version of Made in Japan. It's a far better version. I didn't actually like the recording of Machine Head that much. I thought it was a bit, I don't know, it just sounded a bit dead to me. They were a much better live band anyway. And even though I used to listen to the Blackmore, I used to come through one speaker when you used to listen to the records, and I used to literally turn it onto one channel on the stereo so I could actually hear the guitar better. Sometimes listen with my ear up against lying on the bed with the speaker next to me, listening to the guitar. I was quite surprised revisiting it like 30 years later how sloppy the version was. In fact, I actually doubt it's the actual version, but it's definitely something. It definitely, if anything, it shows you how Blackmore actually played the song, because obviously I learnt it as a kid and learnt how to play it. I was playing it completely wrong, as you all learn as you go on. You realise that everything that you learn in the old days is virtually wrong. I used to go to all the concerts, and I was absolutely glued to Blackmore. I used to watch everything he did, and of course one thing we all know as Blackmore fans is that he never played anything the same ever. In fact, I saw a video recently which is quite ridiculous about how to play Smoke on the Water properly, which we all know is played in fourths. I haven't got the amp switched on, by the way. I'm such a nerd, I've actually forgotten to switch the amplifier on. And anyway, I'll do that in a minute. And but he used to play it in various positions on the neck depending on what sort of mood he was in. And being the moodiest man in the world, that could be any way of anything. He used to play it over the neck, he used to play it all different sorts of ways. And you know, he was constantly improvising, he was constantly messing about, he was constantly bored, he was, you know, or in and out of boredom. On a good night, no one touched him. On a good night, when he was in the mood, he was unbelievable. On a bad night, he was appalling. But like any human, he was just, you know, it was on the night, and the good nights were the best. The bad nights could be very, very. I used to be embarrassed sometimes about how bad he. I mean, obviously, he'd just walk off the stage sometimes, right in the middle of a song, if he felt like it. But that was part of the whole appeal of going. It was never dull. It was. I loved it. I used to love it. And his sound live. He had the best guitar sound out of anyone. You get all these people now, and they say, "Oh, Jimmy Page is better than Richie Blackmore playing guitar." I just think it's ridiculous. You know, you might like Led Zeppelin better than you like Deep Purple, but Jimmy Page, you know, he's great. He has some fantastic ideas. He's very, very clever. But Blackmore was just on another level to Jimmy Page. You know, using a football analogy, James Milner is good at playing football, and he's effective. You know, like. He ain't Ronaldinho, is he? You know, and no one would say that James Milner is as good as playing football as Ronaldinho, or, you know, Lionel Messi or someone like that. No, and that's probably the best analogy I can think of. You know, if you're into football. But anyway, Highway Star. Let me switch my amp on. I thought I'd use the Vomit Green guitar today. Anyway, The way I used to play Highway Star was G, just a G. I used to play the power chords, and on this recording, I'll put a link to the recording on the video. On the recording, you can actually pick out he's using that same chord that I think, especially on this bit. I mean, another time he might not be, but on this particular recording, and it's definitely from the Machine Head sessions. It's definitely, you know, like from the Chateau in, or the, you know, where they ended up recording Machine Head. It's definitely from that time. It's a very sloppy recording. There's actually some errors on there and everything, but so I can't believe it was used on the record, because I would have noticed it years ago. I haven't listened to the record for like 30 years. I've got no interest in listening to it, to be honest with you. I've moved on. But you can tell it's from that time. But it does show. It shows something I'd never actually picked up, but with it, that he uses that same chord, that burn chord. G, leave the A open, and that sort of shape. So he's blocking. He's using that chord, which I'd never ever used. I'd play those chords, and so basically on this recording he's playing like that. Now that chord, I'm not sure. You could probably just play it a normal F. I don't know whether it's got too many open strings in it or whether you just use those strings. And this is the revolutionary bit. He's definitely playing this chord, playing this bit like this. I used to play it like this. So I was close, but he's actually putting that A note in, and he's chugging it. I never knew. If there's any interest to anyone in YouTube land, I mean, no one was more into Richie Blackmore than I was. No one. I couldn't play his guitar. Couldn't get the sound. No one could get his sound. Found it very tricky to copy. I used to learn all the stuff, but it was always my own version of it. And I used to do all the old Blackmore thumb on the. I struggled to do it now. I gave up guitar for years, and I struggled to. I used to copy what I used to see. I was just trying to remember it. Imagine this is in pre-YouTube days. You know, you never used to. You very rarely saw him. Never on the telly or anything like that. Not unless he was miming. And some of the miming. I remember they did Black Knight on Top of the Pops. Not that I saw it at the time, but I was too young. But I remember seeing I've seen it since, the video of him miming on Top of the Pops, and it was frankly ridiculous. In fact, didn't he have his guitar around the wrong way? I think he had his guitar. I think he was literally playing his guitar like that at one point. Oh, on one of the videos he was anyway. It was a hoot, old Richie. Yeah, and another thing I noticed on the solo, if it is the solo off of the thing, how much double tracking there is on the solo. You know, that bit. I'm not sure. I'm never actually sure whether that E is open anyway. I'm never sure whether it's. I've seen people playing on YouTube. Slowed down version. They play it like that with that note twice. And I'm never sure. It doesn't matter anyway, because I'm sure he played it different every night, or whatever mood he was in. Or sometimes he used to mess it up. I've seen him badly mess up playing that up, but of course he was just bored. He was bored with playing all this music, as bored as I am listening to it nowadays. Poor bloke. Yeah, so basically it was, I mean, the revolutionary chord to me, it was that A note. I used to play it like that. Yeah, so that's it basically. The opening chord. I can't remember what the opening chords are now. I've forgotten. I learnt them about half an hour ago. I had a shout. I come back and I can't remember how to play it myself. But anyway, that was basically it. As I say, I put a link to the recording, the isolated recording, which is very interesting if you're into Blackmore, because it's got no background sound. It's just one track. There is a bit of double tracking on it on the solo, but that's it really. It's obviously one channel on the mixing desk that they've double tracked. They recorded twice on the same track, I think. But it's to me it was quite interesting to see. The guitar's got an out of change there. That's how you play Smoke on the Water. Anyway, adios amigos.